Yo, yo, yo. Yo, I'm gonna give it like 10, maybe 5, 10 minutes. Let everybody join up and then we'll start up. Cheers, everybody. This is water. We'll get started. We'll start doing everything and then we're vibing out. How's everybody doing today? Yo, does it look laggy to y'all? I feel like it's laggy. No kick. I decided no kick last minute because I feel like it's just a lot easier on YouTube. I mean, like a lot of you already follow me on YouTube rather than trying to get you to follow another account. Fuck it. You got tats. I have some wrist tats. We're chilling, no lag, no nothing. Little. Is this recorded? Yeah, this is recorded. This is a pre-recording. So what are y'all looking at? Or what y'all are looking at right now is a pre-recording. It's good, it's good. Bet, bet, bet. Let me check if there's a chat delay. Why the fuck is this shit down here? Let's see. I want there to be no delay. Yo, yo, are we here? It's lagging. It's lagging. Are we here? Are we here? No lag. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? No lag. We're chilling. All right, bet. We vibing. We vibing. Let's get started, man. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to learn absolutely nothing? So what I came here today, what I gathered you all here for, so I basically want you guys to, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are vibing. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Let's see if it's like. I think it made it worse. I ain't gonna lie. Is that better? Or is that too bright? Is this AI? Yeah, this is fake. This is dumb fake. Like that. I think you got. Okay. Thank you for this. Of course, man. Of course, man. All right, we're gonna start here in about 8 minutes, 9 p.m. I'm sorry I moved it back. I know a lot of y'all had to get off of work. You know, do y'all's thing. Chilling out. The stream might be a. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It feels funny like interacting with y'all like real time, because usually it's like people just ask me questions, and then whenever I have time, I get back to them. But it's like now we're good. 15-second delay. I don't think there's no 15-second delay. I think we're chilling. I want to see how long the delay is. Everybody type 1. Yeah, it is a 15-second delay. I'm only streaming on YouTube. Okay, here come the chats. There's no delay. Mr. Poopy Butthole. What a name. Nice. Is it going to be recorded? Yes, so we'll be recording. There's no delay. All right, I got you. Let me get used to this streaming shit because I'm not like used to like. It's been a long time since I've been live. You know what I mean? You want to see something cool? Shit. Can they hear me in Discord too? Yeah. You can hear me in real time right now. That's crazy. Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? If you aren't aware, we're starting at 9 p.m. Central Time, so 5 minutes. I'm just letting people join up. You know, this will be recorded. I haven't started recording yet. Your chats will not be recorded, so you guys can say whatever you want to. Feel free. You guys, I don't control you. It's going to be strictly education. It will be uploaded on YouTube so everybody can watch it. Basically, everything that I teach when I live trade every single day is going to be taught today, right? Yeah, I'm not just going to do some education and then hop off. Also, if we hit 10,000 subs on YouTube tonight, I'm going to take a shot. I'm taking a shot if we hit 10,000 subs, and I'm gonna give out $50 to 5 different people that are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, you better subscribe. Take a blinker. Nah. The strategy you're about to teach is good for other markets. Yes. No gaming today. We can do whatever, bro. We could chill. We can do whatever. Collab with Fulcrum. There's a delay on Discord. Shot of what? Get this man drunk. Show mercy. Show mercy. Don't say what's up. You smoke weed. You do it for the one time. You've been subscribed. I'm giving 5 different people that are subscribed. If I hit 10K subscribers, when I'm on this live tonight, I will take a shot to celebrate 10,000. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like one of my dreams growing up, I know I'm just yapping right now, but trust me, one of my dreams growing up was getting like a subscriber plaque. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna work my ass off to get that shit. When I say I'm gonna do something, just like I did everything else in my life, I'm gonna do that shit. I promise you. How many more do I lead? 160? What the hell is my YouTube shit? Let me post this on Instagram. We got 2 minutes. I got time. And then we'll go ahead and get started. We got about 155 people in here. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. How did you feel when you saw that look on your mom's face when you pulled up in the vet? Honestly, bro, I haven't really thought about that. I don't think I necessarily felt any type of way. If I hit 10,000, bro, I'll start twerking. No cap. I'll start twerking. But I for sure know she was happy. Let's see, I missed a couple comments. Been subscribed, buzz cut at 10,000. Ooh, no. I'll probably do a buzz cut at 100K. Pepino reveal at 10,000? Probably. What part of Mexico you from? Coahuila. Correction, my parents are from Coahuila. I'm from Texas. I'm an American. 10K, baby. Have I hit 10,000? Holy shit, I gained 30 subs in like 10 seconds. You guys are fucking crazy, bro. I feel like I always underestimate like all of y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people that um come up to me in person. I respect y'all. Y'all are fucking dope as shit. ¿Cuándo harás un video en español para aprender cómo hacer trading? Um, Honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I can speak Spanish and I can read it, but I'm not like super fluent. So I'm probably gonna have to hire someone to do it for me. You know what I mean? So I'll get them to translate a lot of the videos and then, have a separate channel where it's in Spanish. Because that's something that I struggle with is some people, don't know a lot of English and they ask me if I can speak Spanish and I can, but not extremely fluently. So I could speak Spanish, don't get me wrong. I'm not a no sabo kid, but just something for, people that don't speak English too well or understand it. Because, a lot of trading is like psychology. We'll get into all that. And it's just really difficult to learn if you don't know the language. Because trading in itself is a language. AI Spanish. 9 p.m. Let's get started. Dcrypt. Bet. I need 100 more subs. If I hit 10,000 subs by the end of the stream, just remember $50 to 5 different people I'll be giving away out on live. Zelle, Apple Pay, whatever you want. Voice chat low. Rolex check. Puro gringo. Hey, what's up, Yuli? I saw you. I saw you, Yuli. Shout out, Yuli. Everybody knows Yuli. Yuli, say what's up. Say what's up. Vamos, vamos. Just sub. Just sub. Bet. Getting closer, closer. Alrighty. Let's get this shit started, man. I'm gonna start recording. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. All right. What's good, y'all? Dcrypt. And today we're gonna be learning. We're gonna be sharing your screen on Discord. No, I'm only in Discord for those that like wanna talk, say whatever. So if you're in Discord and watching the stream, you can say what's up, like say what's up. Um, I'll open it up. I think everyone is muted right now, but I'll open it up whenever ready to answer Q&As, do whatever. So if you want to have a chance to say anything, talk, just let me know. My bad if it was super quiet. You guys probably hear me a lot better now. Does it sound a lot cleaner? Woolly. Woolly. Yo, you black? That's crazy. Forever a student to the game. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Way better, way better. All right, cool. Alrighty. Well, first, I want to introduce it by saying if you don't have a broker account, this is the simplest thing that you could do on your own. It doesn't take a lot of, you know, you don't need your handheld for this. You don't need to join live trading for this. This is simple shit. And I'm going to be extremely ruthless because, for one, I don't sugarcoat anything. So if I tell you something, I mean it. And then two, I'm also super monotone. So if I'm joking, you probably won't know. They go hand in hand. Bean ass bean. Can I get banned on YouTube? Yeah, no, it's gonna be on YouTube. But can I get banned on YouTube? I gotta be careful with what I say. I forgot. I forgot. But yeah. If you can't set up an account by yourself, basically what I'm saying is trading is probably not for you. If you need your handheld to create an account for something, trading is probably not for you. You know what I mean? And that's just me being extremely honest because that one thing that tells me, one thing that frustrates me the most is when people ask me, they expect me to take time out of my day. Let me give you a perspective. And this is just me. Think about all the other day traders that make more than me. Some might make less. Some people make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a day. You know what I mean? Say I average $1,000 a day and I work for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Why would I spend an hour out of my time messaging you to help you set up an account? Google it. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Like I said, I'm gonna be ruthless. I'm not gonna be sitting here sugarcoating, hey, uh, this is how you do this. I'm not gonna be sitting here acting like a professional. Like I'm a real dude. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not just I'm gonna be myself. I don't care. I'll do the sign language. Had all my shit open. Only got 20 on Microsoft. Losing clients, bro. Not for real though. Common sense shit. Eyes red. Yeah, I only slept 2 hours this morning. But not yet. I mean, if you can't create an account, whatever. But let's get to the point. Weeble, Thinkorswim, Robinhood is good too. I don't recommend Weeble. I'm already fucking up. You know what? Let's just restart the whole stream. Let's end it right now. Let's restart real quick. Hold on. Let's restart. All right. What's good, YouTube? It's Dcrypt Options here with another video. What's good? Weeble, Thinkorswim. You can use Robinhood. Robinhood isn't the best because it's harder to get filled, and then whenever you try to cancel a trade, you have to go through all these different options. So like yes, no, a bunch of it takes too long versus when Weeble and Thinkorswim where you can just cancel instantly. Thinkorswim and Weeble are meant for day trading. Robinhood is more just for long-term investing. So I'll get that out the way. If you need a broker, if you need to sign up, that's what you use. If you want to look at the charts, you're going to be using TradingView. So what you're looking at the screen right now, or what you're looking at right now, is TradingView. This is what I use to look at the charts, right? So that's all you need is a broker and TradingView. And then now we can get into, you know, a little bit more basic stuff. So what I'm going to cover in this next section right here, let's start getting a little more serious. Learning the charts through TradingView, right? So we're gonna learn the basic stuff. Higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, downtrends, uptrends, break of structures, market structure shifts, fair value gaps. You know, just simple stuff. I don't use anything more than that. What's blue? What? All right, y'all are asking me confusing ass questions. Um, but yeah, we're gonna cover like the basics. So if you already understand the basics, you know, just stick through it. You might want to stick through the psychology part because that's gonna be one of the bigger things we talk about and the last thing we talk about. So I'll give you guys like a few examples of some trades that we've taken in the past. Some losses, like from today, I lost $500. It's fine, whatever. And whatever. What about the head and shoulders? I don't use patterns, but trust me, I'll get to it. So whatever question you have, you know, hold it for now. And then if you still don't get nothing, or get nothing, that sounded terrible. If you still don't understand what I'm talking about, or the question that you have prepared, haven't, you know, covered yet, then go ahead and ask it. Can you save this and post it? Yes, I will. Use this white for green candles and blue for red candles? Yes, sir. And entry points and exits? Yes, sir. I'm gonna cover everything. But first, let's start with candlesticks, right? So this is a candlestick right here. So on a green candle, the open is always going to be the bottom of the body. The close is always going to be the top of the body. And then these wicks is just where price, you know, price opened up here. Say this is a 15-minute candle. So the first 15-minute candle of the day opens up right here. Say this is Nvidia at $900, just for an example. Goes down to, you know, $895, comes back up to the open, and then continues higher. Creates a green candle. And this is where it closed. If it goes up, comes back down, and it closes there, it'll create that wick there. A red candle is the opposite of a green candle. So if it opens up red, it's going to open up, going to go down. It could create a wick. If it goes up and then continues lower than the open, it'll be a red candle. And then wherever it closes, just like the green candle, if it continues lower, comes back up, and then closes wherever, anywhere there, that would be the close. So those are candlesticks. Super simple. That way you know what wicks are, what highs and lows are. So this is the, you know, for example, I'm going to start marking them right here. That's the open of the candle. This is the close of the candle. That's the high of the candle. And this is the low of the candle. And this is a red candle, right? So these are just little simple things that you might think, oh, I already knew this. But did you understand it? Like, do you know what it truly means? What a candlestick is? Because these little subconscious things are what you need to know in order to, you know, be a good trader. You have to know your stuff. What dollar size amount did you have in the position to lose $500? Was it 10% of your position? How do you cut closes at what percentage, or when do you take the loss? So I'll get to that when I start covering the psychology part, you know, entries, exits, risk reward, risk management, all of that I'll get to. So just hang on a second. I think most of us know what a candle is. Show us the juice. I got you guys, but remember this is more for like beginners. This isn't really like for top dog shit. If you want to see the real top dog shit, come watch me live trade. Um, can you share your screen on Discord, bro? You should be able to see my screen on YouTube. I want to know what your strategy and what you look at before you take a trade, please. I got you. I'm learning. I promise you, everything that I teach you today is everything that I use on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis. I don't change a single thing. But let me go back to the bottom. Go. You uploading this vid? I will be uploading this. I was just on Discord and the screen was not showing. Yeah, I'm not sharing my screen on Discord. I'm just in there talking. So if you want to see my screen, make sure you're on YouTube. All right. You guys want me to get straight to the juice. So first of all, I'm going to go over what you guys want me to go over. All right. You guys run the show now. I had something prepared, but you guys want the juice. So I'm going to give you guys the juice. We could go over watch list. We could go over what we're going to do for tomorrow. Next week, we could go over news. We could cover pretty much everything, right? And I don't use supply and demand anymore. Not for any reason. I just don't use it. What laptop do you recommend for trading? You can use anything, bro. It doesn't matter what you use. All right. The first thing you want to do is when you look at a stock, and first of all, stop trading low volume stocks. If a stock like a stock like PayPal, Boeing, like all these super cheap stocks, like mid-range stocks, those are terrible. They have no volume. You could get in and get lucky, catch a 200, 300, 400% trade, but how many losses are you going to take before you get that trade? You know what I mean? You're going to take a lot of losses because those, imagine like trading this morning, right? Where the market was just moving sideways. Nvidia obviously ended up dying. But imagine if, the market just moved like this all day. You'd be cooked. You'd be cooked. You'd be fried. All right, but first thing you want to do is you want to figure out the overall trend. So you want to trade stocks that are going up, stocks that have value, stocks that have volume, and just overall good stocks. I highly recommend the top 10 stocks in the S&P 500. Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, just like any blue chip stock will have volume more times than it won't. So just trade volume. That's like one of the biggest keys I would tell you, right? With volume comes news, right? So there are catalysts. If you guys don't know, I use Forex Factory. These are my settings right here. I have everything selected, USD only, and then red folders only, because all of these do not matter. The orange and the yellow folders, those aren't going to affect the market. You're looking for the major catalysts that will move the market. So whenever these news events happen, you can expect price to move overnight, right? So expect price to move overnight. We have 7:30 news in the morning. Yeah, news equals volume. Do you run off indicators like 2 highs and 4 lows? I don't. How far do you look for volume when looking? I look at intraday only. So I don't look at like previous weeks. I don't look at last year. I don't look at all that. Whatever happened in the past, whatever happened from this morning and backwards, forget about it. Focus on the next day. If you lost money yesterday, like I lost $500, I'm still here. I'm in a good mood. I feel nice, right? I don't care. It's like you have to have that mindset. You can't be sitting there like, damn, like I lost 500. I could have made 250. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Who cares? Boo hoo. Get over it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is me being real with you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because I want you guys to succeed. A lot of people will get on here and be like, you have to do this, do that, and they're not even profitable. They don't make money. They just fucking cap. You recommend trading stocks before getting in option trading as a beginner? Honestly, it doesn't matter whether you know what stocks are or how they move, because you're gonna learn all of that anyways if you start option trading. All right. Well, news equals volume. That's important to know. And also an important thing to know is that when we have a major catalyst like FOMC, PPI, CPI, year over year CPI, and year over year PPI, um, you can always expect price to slow down or have no volume until the day of the meeting. So if we have FOMC on Wednesday, Monday might have a little volume in the morning and then die out throughout the day. But Tuesday for sure is not going to have any volume. Yes, you can scalp. I'm not saying you can't trade because I do trade on, low volume days sometimes. I won't full port. I don't go crazy unless I see my A plus setup. But you can trade. But are you more likely to lose? Yes. Is it smart to trade before like a major catalyst? No. Even if you win money, that's a bad habit to build, right? You don't want to do stuff like that. Alrighty, let's get to the charts now. So we covered a little bit of, just subconscious things that you have to think about. And don't worry, I know I'm speaking kind of fast. It's kind of hard for me to, not gonna lie, this is invalid. Show me your P&L and then we could talk. A plus setup, I'll show you guys. What time should we be trading? You ever thought of moving to futures? Honestly, I have thought about moving to futures, but um, my mindset's kind of just like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Earning days as well, like this week. Earning days, those are kind of like, they're not 50-50. They're more just market sentiment. So like when I made $13,000 in a day off of Nvidia, it wasn't because I was like, fuck it, I'm a full port Nvidia calls and then see what it does. It's because if you look at Nvidia, like this is called fundamental analysis. When you look into the numbers, when you look into the company, and then you start doing your actual research, Nvidia had I think like 16 point something percent implied move. And so what that means is that after the news event, in this case earnings, Nvidia was going to move 16% to the upside or the downside. And Nvidia being a stock that was $679. That means it was going to move $60 to $80 overnight. And guess what? When I woke up that next morning, it was at 749 from 680. $70. You have to look at the implied move when it comes to earnings. And yes, it is a risk, but everything in life is a risk. If you sit at home all day and don't do shit, I mean, you're risking the fact that you're not out there chasing opportunity. You know what I mean? Or like presenting yourself to opportunity. What's the biggest loss you took? 12,000 in one day. What was your mindset that kept you in the game? I kind of said fuck it because it was all just crypto money. When in the green, greed kills people in the stock market. Don't be that person. Little by little, your account will grow. That is true. So let's look at this video 15-minute. So I want you guys to take a look at this. Can you guys guess which candles here have volume? Is it the little candles or is it the big candles? Whoever was live trading with me this morning knows what volume looks like. It's always going to be the candles that are larger, right? So, first of all, this is my strategy. Instead of this being a demand zone, replace it with a fair value gap. It's the same thing. So imagine if price came down and retraced to this small fair value gap here after breaking structure. That's what you're looking for, right? If you don't know what an uptrend is, basically it's when you have higher highs and higher lows. So if you look at the market, when the market is creating lows, higher highs, higher lows, because this low right here is previous than or higher than that low. This high up here is higher than this previous high. So higher highs and higher lows, right? This is an uptrend. A downtrend is the opposite. Consists of lower lows and lower highs, right? Highs lower than the previous highs, lows lower than the previous lows. It's a downtrend, right? What most people do when they see something like this is they do this. This is my downtrend. I'm marking all the lows and all the highs. And this is valid. And so whenever this breaks out like this, I'm all in. You have to stop thinking this way. Yes, this might be valid for, it does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but this is the correct way to play reversals. So when you're looking at reversals, say you're going from an uptrend into a downtrend, what has to happen is when you're making higher highs and higher lows, if you want to reverse from an uptrend to a downtrend, you have to see price break previous lows, because this used to be a bounce level. This is where buyers stepped in and they started buying the market up, right? In order for price to go lower, it has to break or outpower the people buying, right? So there has to be more sellers than buyers. In this case, you break a previous low, because that's where, volume kicked in, people started buying. There's no longer buyers, so the sellers ended up winning, and then price will always, end up making lower highs and lower lows. So this is an uptrend to a downtrend. Same thing to the opposite side. You have lower highs and lower lows. If you break a previous high, you go from a downtrend into an uptrend. Super, super simple. So rather than marking your trend lines like this, if you know you have to break previous highs or lows, why don't you just mark this high there? And whenever you break that previous high, you know that there is potential back up to the upside, especially in a rallying market, right? So the overall trend is up and we are currently downtrending. So whenever you want to, take a swing, you have to make sure that you get the trend reversal on a larger time frame. So the 1 day, 1 week, right? And then, you always want to make sure you have previous highs and lows set, whatever. We'll get to that, I promise you. But let's look at this. What was it? All right. So this has a lot to do with my strategy here. So like I said, instead of looking at the supply or the demand zone right here, just imagine you're looking at the fair value gap. It's literally the same strategy, just different things. I mean, they're basically the same thing, just have different names, right? Let's look at an example. Microsoft was atrocious today. All right. This is a pretty much really easy example, right? I'm going to show you what my strategy looks like. So here on the 3 minute, say April 15th, and I know this is valid because I actually took this trade. April 15th, we open up and we're just sitting sideways, right? It's moving sideways. It's not moving. There's no volume. Okay, I don't take no trades. And then you see something like this happen, right? So if I go into like the 15-minute, it's going to be bouncing all over the place. But if I go into the 15-minute, you can see that this candle is like pretty much inside the opening candle. And so there's really no move. When the market's just moving sideways, it moves sideways. So you just wait, right? But more times than not, you will usually end up getting moved if you stay patient. If you just end up buying because you think it's going to go up, because you think it's going to go down, you're going to end up losing, right? But this is literally the strategy right here. You wait for price to go up or down, look for a displacement, a fair value gap. Those are the same thing, just have different names. In this case, on the downside, if you don't know what a displacement is, it's when 3 candles are separated by the candle in the middle. So that means that the first and third candle do not touch each other. And it has to be like completely. They can't be touching each other. There's a fair value gap right there, right? Once you see the market make a move and we have volume, usually what I like doing is I just stretch out the zone all the way to the end of the day. I'll give myself time. More times than not, it happens pretty much instantly. I'm on the 3-minute right now. So this is day trading, like actual morning day trading strategy. This is what I use on a day-to-day basis. And then in a second, I'm going to show you my losses from today. All right. So now that we have it marked on the 3-minute, and if you guys don't remember what an uptrend looks like. Uptrend, boom. Making highs, lower highs, and then boom, right here, we break structure and go into lower lows and lower highs. That looks really familiar, don't it? Obviously, it's not going to look perfect. This just makes it look easy, but it looks really familiar, don't it? It's super simple, I promise you. It's not like anything crazy. This is not rocket science. You literally just wait for the move to happen and you play with the volume, right? So if I put the zone back, excuse me. All we have to do is give ourselves time for it to retrace and then wait for the retracement. Boom. We have our risk to reward. Wait, what's our risk to reward? Oh yeah, that's right. If this zone gets invalidated and I count the invalidation at the halfway mark, after that, what's it called? I end up cutting the trade because it's being invalidated. But if I don't get a candle close above my stop loss, then I maintain myself in the trade. Why do I do that? Because a lot of the times, most people will enter the trade, say they're in the 1 minute. Boom. So price comes down, you see volume on the 3-minute, and you're waiting for the retracement. Sometimes the candle might go into the fair value gap and like spike above your stop loss. People stop out, and then it comes back down and it ends up going your way. I'll cover that here in a second because that actually happened to us today. Even though it was like kind of choppy, it wasn't really like clear movement. It was whatever. But that's how I set my stop loss, right? Halfway through the zone. So now how do I find where my price target's at? Well, if we, in a shorter time zone are consolidating and going into a downtrend, like I said, you have to look at the overall trend. Overall, we're going up, right? But currently, we are coming down. So we are in a mini pullback, right? So just like the 3-minute, just like I was showing you guys a second ago, we broke these previous lows. Now we are in a downtrend, right? Look at this big ass fair value gap on the 4-hour. So you could use these for swing trades as well. Everything's the same thing, just on larger time frames. And obviously, the larger the time frame, the stronger the level is going to be, and the longer it's going to take for it to play out. Right? Well, boom. Now, how do we find our price target? How do we know where we're going to take profits? Super simple. Remember what we talked about with the uptrends and downtrends? When you're making an uptrend, you're making higher highs and higher lows, right? If you're making a downtrend, you're making lower lows and lower highs, right? If you go from making an uptrend to a downtrend, what does this mean? So you break a previous low, and instead of making higher highs and lower lows, you are now targeting these previous lows, right? Because it's going to make lower lows. So if higher high or if lower lows are going to be created, that means that each one of these lows are going to be targeted, right? So it might break out, right? People will buy in because it broke out, and then it retraces a bit. They sell because they're scared and they're losing money, and then it ends up going their way. Well, their first target should be the previous low. If you're in a downtrend, you should be in a previous low, right? This is a reversal right here. But I'm giving you guys a real-time example as well. All right. So what I target first is this low right here. Boom, previous low. If we're in a downtrend, I'm gonna target the previous low. If we break that low, what's it called? We go lower and we come back up to retrace. We're still in a downtrend, so I'm still playing the downside. I just target this previous low, right? So I'll wait for price to retrace up in a downtrend, and then I'll short it. It's simple. It's not really anything crazy. Yeah, change a structure, break a structure, market structure shift, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same shit. Doesn't matter. Buyers are where sellers are gaining. Yeah. But this is how you find your price targets. You know, so a lot of people struggle with this. They struggle with their risk to rewards. They don't know, you know, what am I aiming for? What is it going to go to? If you understand the concept of higher highs and higher lows, you know that every high in an uptrend is going to be targeted and surpassed. And you know that every low in a downtrend is going to be targeted and surpassed, right? So if you're in an overall uptrend, let's go into larger time frames to make this a little simpler. If you're in an overall uptrend, right? We are currently retracing on SPY, right? So we are in a little downtrend, whatever. Whenever we take a swing trade on SPY, whenever I like, you know, if I see a reversal happening on SPY, I'm targeting previous highs. Same thing with NVIDIA. If I end up seeing a reversal on NVIDIA after a downtrend, I just target the previous highs. Boom. Obviously, all-time high, you know, we're not going to reach that in one day. But if you do, you know, if you go into like the 1 hour, 4 hour, everything is the same thing. You know, you have your highs and lows. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Tries to break out here, doesn't. Ends up going lower. You know, so it's never going to look perfect, but this is overall like downtrend, right? If we ever end up breaking this downtrend, almost kind of like how we did it here, right? We broke this previous highs there. Boom. Was just chilling here. Came up, retraced, ended up breaking above, and then now we're retracing down to that level. If I were to go into, you know, like the 1 hour, 4 hour, I can look for swings. I don't see any on NVIDIA. I'm not super confident in it yet, so I'm just waiting. If it was there, I mean, shit, I would have taken it. Microsoft as well. You know, going from an uptrend, breaking into a downtrend, you can expect to play the downside. But does everyone understand that concept? The higher highs, the higher lows. If you're in an uptrend, price goes up and it comes back down, it's gonna go back up. You could target that previous high for a day trade. You don't want to buy when a stock is breaking out. You're gonna lose money that way because stocks go up, they come down, and then they go back up. That's how stocks work. It's super simple. But yeah. I'm sure y'all are understanding. Well, that's basically my strategy, right? And then I showed you guys the uptrends, the downtrends, trend reversals. I showed you guys real examples. And if you have to go back and study this, this will be on YouTube, so don't worry. You'll be chilling. But as far as like my strategy goes, that's literally all I use. 9.9K subs. Let me look at it. I'm 90 subs away. 88 more subs, and I give away $250 on stream. Do you read tape while in a trade or bid ask? I don't. I literally only look at the chart. I look at the chart and I know when news is gonna happen. So if there's news tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the morning, which there is, you know, an hour before pre-market or an hour before market open, then I'll know. That will let me know not to swing anything overnight because price will move, and you can, you know, potentially risk losing profits or losing money. Moving averages. So moving averages are really only good for, I don't think I have any on, because I don't use any indicators. I'm not saying that they're bad though. They're actually really good. But basically, if you're above the moving average, you're in an uptrend. But if you're below a moving average, you're in a downtrend. But you don't need that because you can see, you know, highs, lower lows on your own. You know what I mean? You don't need all that. Yeah, it might help you a little bit, but it's not really that big of a deal. You swinging meta? Yeah, I swung a $1,000 next week contract. I think 520s. You going to be doing these more often? Yeah, for sure. See someone watching me out the window? That's my head, bro. I had to double check the parking lot. Not showing chart. Yeah, no, I'm showing my face cam right now. I don't have anything on my chart. Oh wait, I was showing you guys that you can look at higher highs and higher lows or try to find trends on your own without the help of an EMA. What books do you recommend to start off trading? I recommend Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Some AVEX. Yeah, AVEX is nice. I'm in my hometown. Is there a way to change settings on Webull so that when you sell buy contracts, you get them automatically on market prices? Yes, there is. So when you're on the option list, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this well. When you're on the option list like that, and you click, say I'm buying calls, right? You click a call. Shit, my password. You see this? You see where it says limit? You click where it says limit and you change that to market. When you change that to market, you now get filled instantly. So you can change that. So if you're having trouble getting filled, you can just fill market. The difference with market and limit is limit, you choose what you want the price to be when you buy it. Market will fill you instantly at whatever price it gives you. So it might be a little higher, it might be a little lower. Saw the password through the mirror. It's tough. You coming back to Chicago? Yeah, I'll be there in May for El Sueño. Is there any stocks that you would suggest to start? The top 10 stocks in the S&P 500. I do limit orders. How long would it take you to flip 250 to 2500 with day trading options? I hope you know that's 1000%. That means you 10x $250. It's pretty unlikely, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna be mentioning any more stocks or any more contracts, anything like that, because I feel like you guys are just gonna take the wrong hint and end up buying them when they're already gone. Do you also journal down your profits and losses? Webull does that for you. But you could also use TradeZella if you want to take it a little more serious. Solana to 2K. I hope so. Shit. I'll be rich as hell. How do you get your stop loss and take profits? I just went over how to set your risk to reward. You guys can watch the video over on YouTube. So that way you guys can look over it again. You guys will be able to rewatch this as many times as you want and then learn from it. How do you set up take profits? Oh, I just did this. Same thing. Answer the same thing. Glad to see this motivation and a brother winning. Keep striving, bro. For real, for real. I appreciate you, man. It means a lot. Can you tell me how to options trade? No. So which one do you recommend, limit or market price? Really, it doesn't matter, bro. If you don't care about what you get filled at, then go ahead and do market. I'm personally just like whenever I'm day trading or trading in general, I just don't even think about like, oh, I gotta trade market. It doesn't come across my mind. I guess just because over the years I've built a habit of just instantly trying to get in. Like I'm when I'm trying to get in, I'm literally on my phone like this, like trying to get in the trade. How much do you recommend to start with? I highly recommend you start with at least $500. Don't trade if you have less than that. Please start with at least $500. Why? Because you might not be able to afford the contracts. Um, and if you can't afford the contracts, you should probably add more money to your account because you need money to trade. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you can flip $10 to $1,000,000. You're never gonna do that. Like realistically, that's not gonna happen. Um, your goal is to make money from your account, so you don't want to grow it. So to whoever asked me 250 to 2500, that's probably not gonna happen. Because if you want to make money in this game, you have to understand how to take profits, right? So if you're up um, on a trade, let's look at this right here. Nvidia created this downside 15-minute fair value gap, right? Just like any other stock, we marked it on the 15-minute, we go into the 5-minute, and now we wait for price to retrace up near the fair value gap. We set our risk to reward halfway through the zone. If we get a candle close above, it gets invalidated. This is a downside example. And then you want to target previous lows. In this case, this was the gap that I was targeting. Oh no, that was the previous high from the break of structure. But this gap right here, this gap fill, I was targeting that gap fill. Boom. The setups are everywhere. You just have to, oh shit, I'm not even showing it. Now I have to restart. I appreciate you guys. But so if you look at a video on the 15-minute, you can see that it created this 15-minute fair value gap after a while. I think I had already finished trading after this. I took 2 losses and I was like, you know what? Let me step away, go play some golf, and I'll be chilling. But we have that 15-minute, just like I showed you guys earlier. Boom, set your risk to reward. You want to set it to halfway the zone. If you get a candle close, not if the candle goes above it, if it closes above it, you want to close your trade for a loss, right? And then target previous lows. But in this case, it's the gap up from NVIDIA yesterday. All right, we ended up filling that gap. Or you could have targeted this previous low here. But because we had a gap down there, I was confident in it. All right. W trade. So when you take profit, is it also called selling? Yeah, when you sell, you're taking your profits. Can't see. You should do a $500 to $5,000 challenge and post all wins and losses that got you there as a YouTube video. That's actually a really, that actually sounds really fun. I'm not gonna lie. What are your thoughts on Jeremy Russell, the 20-minute trader? I've never heard of Jeremy Russell. I work construction from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., but I'm trying to start option trading. Will I even be able to, given my schedule? No. It depends on what time zone you're in. So if you're in Pacific time, market opens at 6:30 a.m. It's gonna be really difficult to trade while you're at work. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so if you have free time and you swing trade, really all that matters is how much you invest in each trade. So say for example, you have $10,000 to your name, you throw it into your trading account. You put $10,000 in a trade, boom, you're down 30%. You're down 3 bands. Right? You don't want that. Because now, after losing 3 bands, it's going to be a lot harder for you to make your money back because you have less. You have less money to trade with. So even if you make, if you lose 30% of 10,000, that's 3,000. If you lose 30% of 7,000, that's like almost 4,000. It's more than 3,000. So you'd have to make more than 30% in order for you to make your money back. Damn near 50%. Should I create a cash account when creating an account? Yes. But rather than putting $10,000 in an account, why not just invest what you were going to lose anyways? Right? Like, doesn't that make more sense? Like, if you were going to get stopped out for $3,000 anyways, why don't you just trade with that $3,000? I promise you, less is more. This is why a lot of people fail, because they just chase the wins. They chase the home runs. They just try to, make as much money as they can, but they don't have discipline. You have to be disciplined enough to tell yourself, like, hey, I should not be taking this trade. I shouldn't be playing this heavy. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, but the second you start understanding all these things and putting them together and putting them to work and testing them out, then you will see success. But if you can't change your bad habits now, you more than likely won't see success until you do. And for a lot of people, that might be never, because a lot of people can't take accountability in themselves and say, like, hey, you know what? I'm wrong. Something isn't working. Let me change it. Let's find out what it is. That's accountability. Have you went golfing at the Westover Hills course? I have not. What do you think of binary options, and have you heard of Simon Trader? I haven't heard of Simon Trader. And binary options, that's like pocket option, right? Yeah, I don't really like that. How long did it take you to be profitable? So that question is kind of tricky for me, because if I'm being real with you, if I'm being real with you, I've been profitable from the jump because of crypto. So I was never really ever like, even losing money when I started out option trading, I was still like using money from crypto. If you buy a stock at 500, next day it goes up 50%, where you at 1,000, next day it goes down 50%, where you at? I think that's if you know math. But if it's at 500 and it goes up 50%, it's at 750, not 1,000. If it goes up, if you buy it, bro, come on now. 50% of 500 is 750. And if it goes back down 50%, that's what, 375? Is that 375? Yeah, it's 375. So you'd have 375. Did you ever have a history of gambling before you started? If so, how did you get past that to be disciplined as you are? Honestly, I've never had like an addiction to gambling. I've tried like sport gambling, but I just didn't enjoy it because I was losing way too much money. I don't trade futures. I trade option trade or stock options. What am I saying? Any more subscribers? Let's get it. Tax insight. So for taxes, it's gonna be different for everyone else, or depending on the state you live in, right? So if I live in Texas, you give no matter what state you're in, you pay federal taxes on capital gains, right? So if you make $100,000, you're gonna pay $40,000, unless you open up an LLC, and it's gonna vary by state. In Texas, state tax is 15.6% for self-employment, right? That's an that's what you use an LLC for, so that way you can be taxed as a self-employed individual and pay less in taxes than you would capital gains, right? So for me, it was 15.6%. And if you get yourself a badass CPA, you can go from having to pay 30,000 to like 12K. But it's gonna vary by state. But there's so many things that you could do, so many tax loopholes. So besides just like stock options and trading and all that in general, knowing how to control your money, knowing how to invest your money, knowing how to allocate money into different things that don't go down in value, you'll be chilling. Do you still get taxed on the amount you made before you open the LLC, or is it retroactive? It's retroactive, bro. So if you make $10,000, say for example, you have to make $10,000 or more to be able to get taxed on it. What am I saying? You have to make over $10,000 to be taxed, right? If you make $10,000 and then open up your LLC, you still have to, report that $10,000 under your LLC, so you end up paying less taxes. So it doesn't matter what comes first, your LLC, your profitability. I highly recommend people become profitable, or at least make enough to where they have to pay taxes before they open up an LLC. Because if not, it would just be there. It's a headache. You have to renew it every year. All this bull crap. You don't want to do it. What's the other broker you recommended for day trading? Not the Weevil, but it's called Think or Swim. Think or Swim. What's up, gang? What's good, bro? How do you know if you buy put or calls in a trading day? So on Weeble, if you go to the options tab here, like that, on the bottom, it says calls or puts. So this tab on the bottom right, you guys probably won't be able to see it. This tab on the bottom right lets you check calls or puts. So that's how you know if you're buying calls or puts. That just hurt my arms so bad, I'm not gonna lie. What percent of your account do you trade with? It depends on the day, bro. And it really just depends on you as a person. Some days I wake up feeling really good. Some days I wake up, feeling not all that. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes I might be sick, allergies, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? So if I feel really good, I feel really confident, I'm happy, I might end up full porting my account because I'm okay with like trading with $10,000. It's there for a reason. But if I know that there's news on Wednesday like FOMC and it's Monday, so I know it could be active. There's so many things that could go on. I might size down. It all depends on the situation. Is E Trade as good as Weeble? Uh, I mean, it could be better, bro. I've heard a lot of good things about E-Trade. You have an LLC? I do. Oh, you have full port? Just make sure you full porting the right amount, right? Don't put all like everything you have to your name in one trade. Like, please, for the love of God, never do that. Why not Robinhood? Because it's so much harder to trade on Robinhood than it is on Webull or Thinkorswim. IBKR Interactive Brokers is really good too. Um, all their interfaces are pretty much like meant for day traders. Robinhood was never meant for day traders. It's meant for investing long term. Do you do option trades at night and wait for the morning? No, market open. So we only trade New York session, which is 9:30 Eastern time to 3:30 or 4:30 p.m. No, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So from 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Uh, where's Mercy at? She's laying down by my feet. Do you mainly enter off the displacement or the retest of the fair value gap? So the displacement and the fair value gap are the same thing. So this displacement right here on the 15-minute, this displacement is a fair value gap. So yes and yes. Are you gonna post this? Yes. I'm recording this. I used Robinhood for a while and almost got screwed on a trade on Webull because I didn't know how to use it. I recently got used to Webull and now I'm transferring my Robinhood money to Webull. LOL. Yeah, bro, that's basically how it goes. That's how it was for me too. What time do you be starting my Discord? Do I be starting my Discord lives? I start at 8:30 in the morning, Central Time. Take a shot of beer for the boys. Chug. Damn, I don't know about a beer right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've been hitting the gym really hard, and I have like no, like I don't feel any. I know I said like I'll take a shot if I had 10K subs. I'd rather give away money. I don't want to like drink right now or nothing. Do you like swing trading now, bro? Yeah, I've always swing traded. Just like I don't do it as much as I day trade, because obviously I day trade pretty much every day. If the trade presents itself, I'll take it. How do you know if fair value gap is valid? You don't. You don't. The only way you will know it's valid if it goes your way. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You just play the upside. So, say for example, Nvidia, what's it called, invalidates this fair value gap. It could do one of two things: go up and give you displacement to the upside and be like, oh, faked you out. This is why you don't full port. And then you could re enter and make your money back and more. Or it could just go sideways. So if it goes sideways, then you just don't trade it. And if it gives you a displacement back to the upside, break structure on smaller time frames, say for example, breaks here and price just continues to go up, then you would play the retracement down to a fair value gap here around this breakage structure. Because if it breaks previous highs, that means there's volume. And if it gives you extensive volume, then that's what you want to trade. What am I looking at for tomorrow? Let's take a look. So the first thing I do is I check larger time frames. One day, let's look at the 1 week. Mark previous highs, mark previous lows. Oh, that was a previous high. Netflix looks insane. Bullish engulfing to red engulfing. The gap strategy, that shit's insane. 4-hour inside bar on Netflix. That looks really nice. It just looks like it's going to continue to the downside. It could potentially start filling this gap now. And we never really touched it, so really high chances. So we got a 4-hour on Netflix. I don't have anything on Nvidia. Then we have a 4-hour on SPY. My biggest issue is corresponding stop loss numbers into the charts. Lots of 4-hour inside bars. I hate people named Corey. That's crazy. Do you have a trading course I can purchase so I can learn? My courses and everything is free on YouTube, bro. Back in the cut, I'm a dog breeder. Hey, bro, I'm in the Frenchie game right now, and soon I'll be having a new litter coming in, Frenchie flows. Would you be interested? I'm good with Mercy right now, bro. Yeah, I thought Fair Valley Gap had to be 3 candles straight. It is. Yeah, I use TradingView to look at the charts and then Webull on my phone to take the trades. I appreciate seeing a fellow option trader teaching others and doing things for people, bro. It may mean a lot and change some people's lives. Yeah, bro. I mean, I used to do this a lot more often. Now it's a lot more difficult because I have, shit to do in real life. Now that I'm back home, especially with family. Why do you draw these horizontal lines? So what you're looking at right now is a 4-hour inside bar, and it's self-explanatory. It's when the first candle or the last candle is inside the previous candle. See how this high and low doesn't break the previous high and low? What that is just price consolidating sideways. So if I'm moving a smaller time frame, you can see that price was just moving sideways. If we get volume to either side, you can look to continue playing whichever side. Make sense? So that's a 4-hour inside bar. Super, super simple. Nothing crazy. Let's see. Yeah, 4-hour inside bar on Netflix, SPY, Nvidia. Oh, 1 day outside the candle. That's bearish. I guess we could target these lows here. Oh, we could target the gap down here because we're still like in an overall trend. I know I said I wanted to play the gap bounce, and I kind of assumed that we would just bounce off of here. If you guys don't remember this. One thing my charts will never do is to lie to you. But I told you guys, Nvidia will be my next biggest swing. Monday, fucking woke up late. Oh well, happens. Google 4-hour inside bar. That one ended up playing out too. And then Netflix also, same thing as Nvidia. Netflix looks very similar to Nvidia. Played off the gap bounce. That's pretty much what ended up happening on both sides. But we haven't touched it yet, nor have we filled it. So we still got opportunity. IWM, let's check it out. Does Microsoft have a 4-hour inside bar? I knew it. Microsoft also has a 4-hour inside bar. Let me look at IWM after this one. QQQ also has a 4-hour inside bar. Inside bars all across the board. Meta been moving kind of whack recently, I ain't gonna lie. But it also does have an inside bar. I will only play Meta down to the downside. I'll target these previous lows. So if it breaks this low here, I can target 473 and then potentially leave some runners down to 450 for some swings. That would take some time. Meta looks good though. Microsoft looks good. QQQ looks good. Let's look at IWM. IWM also has a 4-hour inside bar. That shit looks good too. Boom. So that's pretty much all I'm looking for tomorrow. Now, let's make it simple. Remember what I showed you guys on NVIDIA, the 15-minute fair value gap? Say, for example, we broke this low here. All right, so this is a low, right? Right there. And created a fair value gap at the same time. So if we see price break a high or low on either side, create a fair value gap at the same time, that's how you know it's valid. Because it takes a lot of volume for that to happen. Does it have to be the last candle to be an inside bar? Yeah, it does. What is FOMC? FOMC is a Federal Reserve meeting or Federal Reserve Committee meeting. I don't know why it's FOMC. It should be FOCM. Are inside bars bearish? They could be bullish or bearish. All the inside bar means is that price is consolidating sideways. So it's not moving up or down, obviously, because it's inside the previous candle, right? That just means price is moving sideways compared to like a move up or down. FMOC. But yo, that is pretty much all I have for you guys. I gave you guys my strategy. I talked about psychology. Unfortunately, we did not reach 10,000 subs, but we always have next week, right? And I also have the giveaway going on my Instagram. So go ahead and go join that if you were in here, so that way you don't miss out. I'll still give away the money, and I will be posting the proof that I sent it to the people, because everybody DMs me and tells me that it's fake, even though I just pick someone out randomly, like, hey, what's your cash app, and then send them money. But it doesn't matter. All right. It's been Dcrypt. I'm out of here. You guys are out of here. I'm gonna do this way more often. I'm gonna plan on doing it Sunday and Wednesday, so that way we could get prepared for the week and then have like a little halftime throughout the week, and then we'll go enjoy our weekend after making some bread. All right, you guys take care. Have a good one.